Today, the weather outside is, well, it was raining the whole morning and now the sun is shining. It's still very cloudy, but it looks nice, but I still don't feel like going outside. Yeah, I don't think you really needed to know that. But actually it ties in. You know, the weather in spring sometimes isn't always great. In Switzerland we have this thing, I don't know if you know it, it's called the April weather, where the weather's just going crazy, where it can be bloody hot or bloody cold all in one day, everything from snow to, I don't know, heat wave. On the days where it's not that sunny, sometimes you feel like watching a movie and sometimes you don't know what movie to watch. So I just thought it was fun, because the other day I was thinking about what movies should I watch, and usually I don't rewatch movies because I don't know, I think they're boring. You watch them once. There are very few movies I watch again and again, but sometimes you also just like to have a movie going in the background to kind of, I don't know, get into the mood. That's the reason why I created a list of movies that kind of make you excited for spring and the summer that's coming. Hopefully, you never know what happens. It's 2021, anything can happen. Basically what I did was I just collected a list of movies that kind of give me spring vibes. And maybe you know them, maybe you haven't watched them, maybe you want to watch them, I don't know. I just thought I'd share because that's what I do. The first one I have on my list is A Bug's Life. I don't know if you know that movie. It's an animation, I think a children's animation, but it's really fun. That movie is basically about the whole civilization of bugs and just their lives and stuff. I don't know if that's my special interest in biology speaking, but I just thought it was really interesting also to figure out, I don't know, how different bugs live together, how ants are in colonies, how caterpillars are more alone, and somehow also bugs, they come to life in spring for better or for worse, and they start to, go about their business in spring. And somehow in my mind, I connect that movie with spring and things coming to life. It's just a nice animated movie to kind of bring in spring. Then another one I have is called Letters to Juliet. Letters to Juliet is this kind of romance where it's about this lady and she goes, I don't know if it's for work or for her honeymoon or whatever, but she goes to Italy with her fiance, and there they find this letter that was written years ago by this lady for her love, and for some coincidental reason she finds that lady now that she's old, and together they go and find that man she wrote the letters to. Yeah. I don't know what it's about, that movie, but maybe because it's in Italy and it's nice in summer and warm, but just something about it reminds me of spring. I don't know, that's my reasoning. It reminds me of spring, so I put it on the list. It's also one of the only romance movies that I've rewatched, just because somehow there's just something very comforting about it. I don't know. It's not that serious, but just very nice. The next one I put on my list is Ferris Buellers Day Off. Now, I think that could fit to any time, but just I think it's kind of set more around spring. It just gets me motivated to go outside, go and live, go and, I don't know, embrace the coming spring and the nice weather outside and experience something instead of just always doing the same old thing. Yeah, that's why I put it on the list. The next is Spring Breakers. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I just think spring break, spring. Then I put Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia to me is more of a summer movie, but somehow I think you can still watch it in spring because it makes you excited for the warm weather and for summer, and I think in that sense you can also look at it as a spring movie, but it's just then you start singing, and then it's on a nice island in Greece and it's always sunny except for that one sad scene. It's just all nice. The next one is Grease, also a musical kind of movie. So again, the nice weather that just is in the entire movie, and school dance, and it just has spring vibes for me. I don't really know how to describe. Another one I wrote down is 10 Things I Hate About You. It's with Heath Ledger and some other famous actors. I think it's quite a well-known movie. A lot of it focuses around that spring dance that is very central in the movie. Spring dance, goes hand in hand. Then I put To All the Boys I've Loved Before. I only watched the first two, and to be honest, I only liked the first. Yeah, it also had those nice, young, easy, light love that just kind of brings in spring for me. Then The Secret Garden also really reminds me of spring. Again, because of like the flowers and the nature and just that kind of reminding me of just things coming to life. Yeah, just the flowers that kind of remind me of spring. And the last one I put up is more of like a thriller in my opinion, is Bambi. I don't know if everybody can take that. I think it's a very good spring themed movie, but it's also very tragic. So I'd just beware in case you're in a vulnerable state at the moment. But yeah, that's my whole list. I don't really know if all of these classify as spring movies, but to me they just kind of have a spring feel to them. I'm sure there are a lot more movies out there that have that spring vibe, but I just thought I might give you some suggestions. Most of them are quite well-known movies, so I thought I'd not need to explain too much, and you probably kind of already know what I'm talking about. But yeah, let me know in case you have any good ideas or some movie you're excited for in spring, or you traditionally always watch in spring. And yeah, then I guess that's that, and I'll see you next time. By the way, I didn't cut my hair, I just braided it. It just looks weird today, so I also put on a hat. It's a mess, but that's besides the point. I was actually saying goodbye. So yeah, goodbye and see you next time. Bye.